I honestly prefer the middle because I would prefer just leveling up to remain consistent instead of having to slow down at some
Or
point.
speed up at some point, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that does make more sense, but I don't know. That's just how I feel like. Then again, I don't like grinding that much. And if I can level up faster at the end of the game where I need the levels, then that'd be great. But that's just my playstyle. By the way, this shows off that the Heartless have a really time-wasting attack. They just sink it to the ground, and then...
You wait 5 seconds, and then they come back up.
Yep.
Even when you get into the later games in this series, which have these mind-blowing, like, nuke attacks, it doesn't matter how powerful the enemies are around you, you'll kill the toughest enemy in the game, but if one of these guys sinks under the ground, they can dodge it.
Ragnaros! Boom! Sorry, not Ragnaros, Ragnarok.
Ragnaros.
I got it confused with Hearthstone.
Yeah, Hearthstone.
Oh, God.
No more references to Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Now, is it Hearthstone or Hearthstone?
I think you can pronounce it either way.
I don't know.
But anyway, that is the save point. There are actually 2 different types of save points. Save points that look like that will never go away. Those are always your safe save points. There are then other ones that also spin around. That look more like green discs. Those will go away depending on if there's like a battle going around.
Yeah.
And I think also you can only go to the gummy ship towards the ones that are permanent.
Yes. And I'm gonna say because...
And we'll explain what the gummy ship is later.
Yeah,
later.
Much later.
Hey, not as late as fucking Kingdom
Well,
Hearts
I have
2.
better files. Anyways, moving on.
Alec loves this game.
So this is my 3rd file. I'm gonna do. For
He has
DLC.
accumulated about 200 hours of Kingdom Hearts, maybe? 150?
I don't think it'd be that much.
It looks like maybe like 120, 130.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not quite that.
70 hours below
Well,
Disgaea
sometimes
2.
it's because like I leave the game open and I'm doing something else.
Oh, that might be it,
sometimes
too.
happens too. So it's not like completely me playing it.
There is a reason Alex won't playing this game. But that won't be shown until way later.
I just press square
To dodge roll.
assuming the dodge
Yeah.
roll.
I really like these stained glass steps. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want to skip them. All right.
One thing I always like to do as a kid, I always like to skip one of them when I jump. Like, I like to jump over them. don't
Yeah,
know
I
why.
used to do that
That was a
too,
little
yeah.
game I made for myself. You would think that would help me practice the platforming in this game.
So yeah, basically the first boss of this game.
Hi, me. I'm you. Hi, me. Actually, I think Sora's also more different in this game than he is in other ones. Like, I think he reacts more like a I don't want to say it like this because I do like Sora in all the games, but he reacts more like how the player would react. Like, holy shit, there's a giant after me. I should probably get the fuck out of here.
I like how the game's like, don't be afraid, and
He'll pound you quickly.
But yeah, this boss battle isn't really complicated. It's just
Yeah.
smack hand.
and it's also kind of lame how they keep bringing this boss back,
Yeah.
and his difficulty never increases at all.
And you can hit them for tech points basically. And tech points are basically extra experience you can get to level up faster.
I miss tech points. I kind of
Yeah, I
hope
got
they bring that.
strength
I kind of hope they bring that back.
But you can only get tech points by doing special things like breaking enemies' defenses and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's hitting them with their weakness, depending on which elemental spell you use, or reflecting back attacks.
Yeah.
Which I feel like there should be more action RPGs.
And
Well,
here-
in general, but
And here we're getting tech points because we're hitting his face, because that's
Yeah.
the harder part of him to hit.
yeah, you have to actually climb on the boss.
I'm not sure if I can. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for it.
Which honestly is where a lot of the camera problems for me, especially when you fight Cerberus. The camera is
yeah.
all over the place when trying to follow his heads.
I don't think I had that much of an issue, but that may be just because I just kind of got used to it. I don't know.
This might be deviating a little bit, but how many action RPGs actually are there? Like, being made nowadays? There's the Tales of series.
And I killed him.
But I kind of wish there were more action RPGs, because I feel like these are the ones most people would rather play, because some of them don't have the patience for a turn-based RPG.
And most of the time, turn-based RPGs are like really long.
Yeah.
They can go on for a long time.
I mean, personally, I have no problem with a turn-based RPG.
Yeah, I don't have it either.
But at the same time, I do like the flashiness of what an action RPG can bring.
Well, how do you define an action RPG? Would you say that, like, Symphony of the Night is an action RPG since you level up in it? And equip items?
I would say that's more... I don't know if you would actually call that an action RPG, because I feel like...
Or it has action RPG elements.
Well, that's the thing.
like-
When is it this type of genre with RPG elements, and then when is
Yeah.
it an RPG?
Hmm.
It's like... Because I think Borderlands is like that. It's a first-person shooter with RPG elements.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to actually call it an RPG, otherwise Call of Duty fans will be terrified of it.
Hmm.
But, I don't know, Symphony of the Night... I kind of want to say that's like an action platform with RPG elements.
Yeah.
I heard of a PS2 series called Dragon Guard, which I think is an action RPG.
Isn't Nier part of that?
It's part of that, but Nier is... I'm not sure if I'd call Nier an action RPG or not, because you don't really level up in Nier, you just get better weapons.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll get to Nier eventually, because I love Nier.
And here is Kairi, Sora's friend who is a girl.
No, this huge black thing swallowed me up. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't... Ow.
Sora, don't talk about huge black things around girls.
It wasn't a dream. Or was it? I don't know. What was that?
Is Sora questioning reality? It wasn't a dream.
I'm
Or
here.
was it?
I'm here with Zach, Feminist of the Year.
Say, Kyrie.
I think girls should get equal pay in the workplace.
No, I just mean like during Scion of Sorcery, where you were like, "But it's because she's a girl."
That was a joke.
Never want to go back.
Yes, I'm sure it was.
I just have no comment.
Alec doesn't want to be a part of this.
Alec is the smart one of the group.
He just wants to play the game. The thing he's here for.
I'd like to see it too. Along with any other.
I didn't get a good look at Kyrie's belt. Could you zoom in on it just a bit more?
What are you waiting for?
More belts and more
Aren't you guys
zippers.
forgetting about me?
Wait, now that I think about it,
So,
yeah, I don't think we really get to see it there, but when you see like the bottom part of Riku's leg, does he actually have a belt around his ankle?
Yeah, he
Yes,
does.
he does.
I just
He
now
does.
noticed that. God
He
damn it,
needs a
Nomura.
belt for his ankle.
We'll finish it together.
Why?
I'll race you.
Oh my god, he does. I just now realized that.
Ready? Go!
Son of a
I'll
bitch.
take the belts around the ankles, over Titus's half costume in Final Fantasy X, or X, or whatever you want to call it. I don't really care.
I like to call it X, as in I like to put an X mark over and say avoid this game.
And the haters dropped on Zach like a...
I already have enough haters. Bring it on.
The whole world hates you, Zach. It's you against the world.
To put a bit of context to this, I actually really like Final Fantasy X's battle system. I just have a lot of trouble getting into that game's story. Because the characters, aside from Lulu and Auron, are honestly kind of unbearably stupid.
Oh, Lulu's actually pretty decent.
Oh yeah, Lulu's alright.
I heard the only one that was likable, and that was Auron.
Well, honestly, Auron and Lulu are normally the ones hanging out in that game and talking. Most people disregard Lulu because of her massive cleavage and sex appeal, but as a personality, no, she's pretty grounded.
So yeah, I'm collecting stuff because that's entertaining.
Oh right, Kingdom Hearts. Right, okay.
Yeah, it was like, I was waiting.
Damn relevancy. But yeah, here we're currently on a fetch quest. It's not really that hard.
Yeah, but
Well, if you played the game before, yeah, and you know
Yeah.
everything is.
I know.
Oh, well, okay. Now that Brennan-
Like that cloth is kind of cryptic, to be
Yeah,
fair.
that was the one I
Yeah,
had trouble with,
you know what? I can agree with that. I do remember having some trouble with that.
And if Zach had trouble with it, then that means it's fair. If you have trouble with it, your problems are just... Nobody cares.
You just have first world problems.
First world problems. Okay, so I needed 2 logs, 1 cloth, and 1 rope, I think.
Are they seriously making a raft with only like 3 logs?
Well, technically, Sora has third world problems, because he lives on an island that has pretty much nothing.
Oh, hey, but hey, these kids are allowed to go to their very own island and beat the shit out of each other.
We see Sora's house later. Like, where is he even located?
I'm gonna guess it's a different island, because according
it's
to
its own
KH2,
separate
there's like a
island.
main island, and then there's a Destiny island. And remember, if Alekin will go to the dock, or he might do that later for another fetch quest, you actually see that they have boats that they use to get to
Oh,
the
yeah, right
islands.
there.
Okay.
Right there. As I use my first version.
But like the question is, how far is it from Destiny Islands to their home island?
Which is really weird.
And
'cause I
are their
think-
parents just literally going, yeah, here's a boat, go to an island very far away. Just stay the fuck out of my life. Sincerely, your mother.
Well, we hear her call for Sora when...
Might as well show this off.
Sora, dinner's ready. Come on down. Sora? Oh, I guess
Sorry,
you're
Mom, I'm back. I'm gonna go on a convoluted adventure. I'll be back in probably like 5 games.
So I'm gonna face Riku.
Oh, so yeah, I'm sorry about I'm sorry about spoiling what the mother says later.
For people first playing this game, this fight is a pain in the ass.
It is. But as soon as you figure out the pattern, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, I kind of.
And when you finally conquer this fight, it is pretty satisfying.
It is, 'cause
It's
Riku's such a
one of the most
dick.
satisfying things ever. Because I remember this used to make me mad when I was younger.
How much hits does it take before Riku goes into
Well, yeah,
that?
because of that bounce back attack. That's really annoying.
Yeah, you don't see it coming, and you don't know that it's actually a set to about 4 hits every time, I believe, 4 or 5.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'll count it
God.
in.
And this is so annoying since you don't have the dodge roll yet.
Yes.
Now, Alec, whatever you do, don't fall off, because that counts as a loss.
Not behind the tree.
Sora, get off the tree! Are you going to take this seriously?
Ooh. It's like,
Yeah, most people, from what I see, try to avoid doing the last hit if they know Riku's going to fall after it. It is that bounce back attack that'll really fuck you up. And also, Riku just kind of does this dick thing where he'll just like stand there and guard and taunt, and you have to hit him a few times before he finally stops.
It's like that one fight in Punch Out where the guy just taunts you until you hit him, and then he hits you.
I haven't actually played Punch Out, but Alec, we picked you because you were good at this game.
I
I kind of keep
yeah.
forgetting it. I just smashed. Yes! Mashing. It works.
I'm actually surprised you didn't do Tidus Walk or Selfie first.
No, I just feel like showing off for that. Oh yeah.
Alec wanted to get the hard part out of the way. Yeah, you can grind potions out of Riku, or another way that we may be able to show off.
You saw Sora say, and the scores 1-0. Well, yeah, Sora and Riku sort of had this personal ranking amongst each other. It really doesn't mean anything in the long run if you're wondering if it alters the gameplay in any way.
Nope.
No, but you can do it to get 99 wins and feel proud of yourself.
And if you want
Not yet.
to, I guess if you want to name their boat later, I guess, but that doesn't add up to anything, as we know it because of the story.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna show off the other characters then that you can face. Might as well.
Okay.
Just like before.
And Brandon's play Final Fantasy X and 8, so what do you want to tell us about Waka?